And of course, this is important in reference to the crimes of racism, sex crimes of the American government, and hate crimes in their obsessive, fatal attraction, sex crimes of their actions, of their agents stalking me, trying to rape me, their satellite controllers lasering and zapping me between the butt cheeks, lasering and zapping me on the underside and the prostate area, lasering and burning and tasering the groin and testicles or the balls and the penis, and the satellite controllers zapping the neck, zapping the face, zapping the teeth. It's like they're playing their satellite electrical shock game. It is attempted murder. It is inhumane activities of their government people. It's a violation of human rights. And we need all the information of where these people came up with the idea that they thought they had any right doing these things to me. These people are tasering me from a distance. They're tasering me. They've grabbed me out in public and done damage to my teeth and face with their satellites. These people have tried to call me the criminal. I'm not the bad guy. I've never had a criminal record. Plus, I have a royal diplomatic immunity just in case somebody tries to accusate against me. Like, for instance, I have a status, of course, which is a royal status since the day I was born, and business and tycoon and land ownership status. So in reference to the government man, first of all, I was born with a birth status of royal untouchable status, American first world country royalty status. It's one of the reasons why, the royal protocol is in the media too. It tells that information in the royal protocol. So in reference to these government men, and their activities of tasering me and burning me, they know they're in violation of every law of America, whoever these people are. These people tried to steal my family wealth, and they tried to play the switcheroo game by trying to steal my identity. These people and their violent satellite crimes and their abuses, their people need to get ordered into court. The activities of these people is very harmful to the anatomy, and it does cause injury. And it does cause markings on the body. It causes markings on the genitals. It causes markings on the face. It damages teeth and bones. All these activities of these government people. And is illegal, of course. And the activity of them trying to claim that they thought they were trying to find a loophole is what one of their satellite controllers had tried to communicate. They tried to find a loophole of how they could try to beat my land ownership status, or they were trying to find a loophole to see how they could beat my ownership status of my family bloodline. These government people that made up lies. These people have to get charged with racism, land theft, and their activity of falsifying in their grandiose way of trying to manipulate the history and laws that have been in America for hundreds of years plus. The activity of government people and them trying to break, or them trying to claim that they thought they'd make up lies or excuses or fabrications from the past, or fabrications of their premonitions, claiming they thought they were predicting things, like they thought they were psychic. That's illegal too. That is not hardcore information or hardcore evidence. That is their illegal conspiring and fabricating and conjuring up accusations of where they claimed that they were psychic. The activity of these government people trying to pretend like they didn't know that a person having a status that is not a political directed status, meaning it's not a status provided by politicians or elected officials. My status is a birth status. And the activities of these people conjuring up lies, conjuring up their tricks to try to abuse or to try to get away with their scams is violations of them using government offices to rip off me, these people ripping off the country, these people fleecing America, these people trying to get away with their crimes. The activity of my royal diplomatic immunity status is a birth status, a blood status, a DNA status, a royal blood status. And the fact of these people trying to make up their excuses, trying to delay me from receiving lawsuit monies or me receiving certain benefits that I was supposed to have had, these government people are trying to delay and trying to belittle the history and the abuses that I have been through. They're on record, time and date. And the fact of these government people and their tricks is a violation of the procedures of law. There's time and date of the injuries, time and date of the sexual assault, time and date of, and the names of some of these people. The government is not allowed to try to save their reputation by trying to murder off people that they have victimized. Do you understand that? That is treason. That's attempted murder in itself, Mr. Government Man. And, my particular status and the fact of these people trying to accusate, the fact of me having royal diplomatic immunity is because they would try to steal what I'm the owner of and who my family history of ownership. See, my parents owned national landmarks in America too. You know that, right? Historic landmarks. It just zapped me in the back of the neck. The satellite controller has been burning my underside, burning between my legs, zapping me in the spinal cord, burning my tailbone, zapping me on other parts of the body is what these government people have been doing. They've been hitting me in the face, hitting me in the lips, burning my upper lip, burning my bottom lip, these government people. And they need to get charged for racism crimes. They are not the exact same race as me. They need to get charged for sex crimes, physical assault, mutilations, hate crimes, and them damaging and mutilating to cost me money in the entertainment industry or the modeling industry or any film industry or photography industry or even particulars of fan club information and fan club history. These government people have tried to play their accusations where, somebody needs to say, okay, he's got royal diplomatic immunity. You made this accusation. No, his status is above that. That gets rejected. Whatever you're trying, when they're trying to conjure this shit up, they're trying to make this shit up. And it comes from their brains. It comes from their race of these, and the mix of race of these people trying to steal things from me. So in reference to people that are trying to conjure this shit up, I have royal diplomatic immunity. And the satellite controller was torturing me, making up accusations to spy and to abuse me. And these detectives and these dirty task force agents and these government agents and these medical people have tried to steal my sperm. They've tried to rape me. They've tried to steal my penis size. Any of the penis that's missing, they get the death penalty or life in prison. And don't forget I had diamonds in my penis that my parents had put in there from my family history and my grandfather's diamond collection. Yeah. And these government people need to get prosecuted for what they've done, what they've tried to steal from my anatomy, what they have damaged in reference to body shape, physical attributes, and the fact of them trying to cover up my athletic accomplishments. These government people was trying to injure me to claim they were better athletes than me, claiming that they were smarter than me, trying to claim that they were prettier than me. These people damaged my teeth. Every race has its own form and own collective history of what they think culturally, what is attractive to their race, culturally, what is attractive to other people's races, and the fact of protecting beauty from these people physically assaulting people. Yeah, it's okay for people to say they're not attracted to somebody, or they think that person's not attractive, or somebody say, oh, they think that person's mean and abusive, or that person might be ugly because of their attitude, or because of their history of what they have done, or that person's just not, what they'd be interested in. But see, these people, they try to force themselves on people. They try to rape people. They try to sexually assault people. And in their clergy of government, they thought they had a position of claiming that they thought they were above people's personal rights, where they don't want to be involved with those types of people, or they don't want any type of activity of that. That's one of the reasons why I have royal diplomatic immunity, to protect my mother and father's estates with factual laws and documents, my rights of ownership from people fabricating and making up ways of trying to extort or intercepting postal mail, or these people stealing monies that people have tried to send to me or my mother and father's companies, or the Human Rights Office, or any courts that might have tried to send money, or the fact of me trying to get home to my mother and father's mansions. Where is the itinerary of travel? Not received nothing. I didn't receive any information from the Asian neighborhood in reference to any Asian American neighborhoods, or haven't received anything from there either. Any history of them trying to send letters or anything. They need to start suing the government, of course. And I haven't received anything from Italians or French or any country of any person that tried to send anything in the postal mail. I haven't received anything from America either, in reference to any city or state that anybody tried to send anything. But these people that have tried to make up these accusations, my royal diplomatic immunity is, solid status. And it's not allowed to be broken. So in reference to this government man, and I had injuries when I was little. I had full body injuries when I was little from government attacking me and my mother and father. And those were Nazis that attacked us back then too. Nazis and their conspirators. You guys knew that, right? People that was conspiring with the Nazi party that had attacked and trespassed into my mother and father's mansion in Texas too. You guys have that on record, right? But these people are sitting there trying to make up these accusations. Look up the fact of my status is royal birth status. American, first world country, European, and acknowledgments of some other countries too in reference to untouchable status. Now these government people tried to fabricate against me. They tried to claim that they thought I caused their problems in their thoughts. Like they'll say, oh, they thought somebody being good looking caused them problems in their thoughts. I'm not their race or their religion. They have to stick with their race or their religion. They can't just be picking on me. See, my one fingernail grew kind of long. See how white my fingernails are? There's no fingernail paint on there. That's natural color. The other fingernail's broke. But I'm just letting this one grow. I'll probably trim it here in a year later or something. I don't know. But you see the color of my fingernails? Alexa, turn kitchen light up to 80%.
Okay.
But you see, that's the real color of my fingernail. And my teeth color is white too. That's natural. It's like a French manicure, even though that's just natural. Maybe I get that quality from my mother or from my father or wherever. But my toenails and fingernails are naturally like that. They look like French manicures automatically, naturally. It's a beauty quality, I guess you'd say. And a lot of people have always said nice things about my fingernails. And this government man was trying to fuck up my body based on people complimenting me on qualities. And that is a hate crime, and that is a racism crime against government and against the perpetrators and the predators and the haters. So anyways, in reference to history of things, the government needs to get prosecuted for their crimes. And the other fingernail there, shorter. But anyways, in reference to my status, the analysts that try to pick up the kind of stupid things that these people say to see where they're trying to go with their stupid games. My royal diplomatic immunity is on record since the day I was born. And it says, untouchable, and, because most people knew I have nothing to do with none of these kinds of people anyways. But when these people have made these accusations to try to spy on me, like the Justice Department or the Treasury and the Supreme Court, haven't received nothing from any of them either. or the embassies, they have to look at it and say, you tried to frame him for this. His Royal Diplomatic Immunity covers that. It's above that. Any type of accusation that they've tried to make up. In reference to me having status to impeach politicians or government people that try to steal from me. That's on record too. Or any government agent that works for a politician that's tried to attack me or tried to rape me, they must get prosecuted. And they were never allowed to get close to me in the first place. My status has been on record since the day I was born. See, I was born as the only child of my parents, and I was born as going to be the owner of the companies and estates of my parents based on 100% factual bloodline. And there's no other bloodline that can say anything differently. I'm the only owner of my mother and father's estates forever. Anybody else disagreeing can't work at the companies, can't work at any of the properties or businesses. Anybody disagreeing with my factual ownership. That's just the facts. My rights, my ownership, they have no legal right contradicting that or acting combative about that information, no matter who they are. They need to go work somewhere else and be it somebody else's business, whoever they are. I'm the rightful owner, and that's the facts. But in reference to my Royal Diplomatic Immunity status, every time these people try to make up some type of slander, they mess with my mouth, any type of slander, they look at it. Somebody's supposed to look at it and say, okay, this person's saying this. No, his status is above that. Meaning like whatever they tried to falsify in their investigation. Everybody knows I don't do drugs. I don't do criminal things at all. But these people say, oh, they were suspicious. They think you were doing this. No, his status is above that, and no, he doesn't do that. So we got to sue you for that. This is what somebody'd say. They're choking me. So in reference to an analyst, you got to analyze everything that these dirty people have said. You have to analyze all these fraudulent people that claim that they were on security and then they tried to rape me. Or people that was on security and they tried to steal everything from me. There has to be court cases in reference to shit like that too. Like inside threats. Like somebody might be security, but then they're a mole. That's what they call in business. Or a saboteur, or a person that conjures up or exaggerates or ostracizes against me, or anything, or any medical person trying to steal genetics, or trying to steal sperm, or sexually assaulting my underside, or sexually assaulting me anywhere, or causing me physical injury or markings on my body. You know what I'm talking about? So, in reference to my Royal Diplomatic Immunity, every time these people try to say something to accusate against me for their fabrications of investigations, they get sued for their false investigations. They're supposed to get sued every time. And any way of them trying to conjure up a way of trying to get into my life to cause me problems, or to try to sneak into my life to spy on me and causing me injuries with satellites, or them trying to rape me, or them trying to steal from my anatomy, such as them trying to steal my penis size. And the man that's been tucking the penis has to get prosecuted. The Supreme Court even told them that they were supposed to at least let out my penis to where it's at least 18 inches long. But they haven't done that either. They communicated that years ago. The Supreme Court communicated that. They supposedly had court records too. And they haven't let it out at all. It's still smashed up and tucked up. And I know how to wear my penis in my own clothes where it doesn't show and where people don't see it. And I wear baggy pants anyways. Somewhat baggy. Loose fit baggy pants. Or jeans. You can see that in the video from when I went places. So in reference to anybody making up any accusation, don't forget I have Royal Diplomatic Immunity. So when somebody makes up these accusations, an analyst is supposed to listen to what these people have said and then check what kind of accusation it is. And of course my status outranks it in the first place. But it's where they analyze what person is trying to do what. Where did they come from? Who are they? Where did they come up with these ideas? That's why, in reference to, it's kind of like those, in reference to like a graph of information. It's like, oh, this man said you did this. No, he didn't do that. You made that shit up. His status is above that. He's got legal right to impeach politicians that try to rape him, or impeaching politicians that try to hurt him, or impeaching politicians and suing their insurance, suing the White House insurance, or suing the administration's insurance for sexual assault, physical assault, financial defamation of character, discrimination, racism, reverse racism against the government, reference to their crimes of politicians. So, every time they try to make an accusation, look at my status papers, my royal documents, which outranks any of their accusations in the first place. It's all this conspiracy plot of their government agents trying to steal from me, and them trying to get away with stealing from my genetics, and them raping, or them stealing from my penis size, or anything else of their agendas of their physical and sexual violence, or their sexual abuses that they have, their activities of what they have done in the past, or what they've tried to do in the past, or what they're trying to do in the future or the present time. Their agents have to get prosecuted. And today's date is May 31st. It's 2:39 p.m. on Wednesday, 2023. So it's, Wednesday, it's 2:39 p.m., May 31st, 2023. I'm messing with my neck. I'm messing with my arm hurts too. Still can't lift my arm up any higher than that. And I can't scratch my back either. Can't move my arm around. So that's still injured.